Old man Woody likes the crooked cock.
Oh.
Counts for something. All right, are you guys ready? This is a Would You Rather.
Ooh.
Would you rather start your life over while retaining all the knowledge and skills you have from now on, or have $1 million to spend every year but not earn more than that? So you get $1 million a year as you're spending money, or start your life over with all the knowledge and skills.
Start it over.
Yeah, you can make a lot more if you start it over, even just by remembering shit that's happened. Like, remember who wins a few Super Bowls.
A couple
Go
of
Marty McFly on it. Yeah.
It does
A couple Super Bowls, couple ideas. Oh, who's this Apple or Macintosh? You know, maybe they're worthwhile. Oh, are you crazy? IBM's going to trounce them. Oh, yeah? Fuck yourself. I'm going to be a billionaire.
Yeah.
It would take a while, though. $1 million every year. Yeah. Oh, but it says not able to gain any more money than that. $1 million a year.
No, but that was for the $1 million one.
$1 million a year is do you pretty well.
Yeah, but you could do much better, and you could right any wrongs that you feel might be in your life. You know, you're like, damn, I really should have asked Susie out to the prom. I could have taken Susie, because you like, maybe you talk to Susie 3 years later, she's like, you really should have asked me to prom. I'd have fucked you crazy.
Yeah.
And you're just like,
you would be such
hey there,
shit
Susie.
If you could go back. If you could go back and relive that and know exactly that everybody else was thinking the same way as you at that age, and you have some kind of perspective on them.
Imagine the way you interact with children now. You kind of know where you're like, hey, how's it going? Really? Yeah, and you kind of like you already know what the responses are going to be.
How you doing?
Well, I'm not saying you fuck any children or anything, Woody.
But you're a child too,
right? More like, you know, you build better, stronger social ties. You have more friends growing up. Maybe, you know, you end up with a better.
Would you even enjoy your whole childhood, or would you be unable to enjoy a child like
Doogie Howser? What are you talking about? Well,
right? It was Doogie Howser didn't really have any age appropriate friends.
Yeah, but I'm maybe not a literal Doogie Howser. I really don't want that many age appropriate.
Clearly not a literal Doogie Howser.
If you're in kindergarten with the spirit of current Kyle, you're gonna be like, all these kids are so stupid.
I'd skip through all that.
They literally need help getting into the car at carpool.
Well, you couldn't skip. You have to go through it. That should be a stipulation.
Adults would treat you like a child, and it would suck.
No, they wouldn't. After one conversation with me, they wouldn't.
I swear they would. I swear, like your mom would respect you when it was convenient to her, right?
Exactly. You know? Watch Benjamin Button. They know that he's old as shit, and they treat him like a child because he looks that way. That's how it would be.
I feel like I'd take some sort of a placement exam, skip right to like the 10th grade or something. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, but then you're going up against all the things you just said. Where like, oh, why don't I take Susie Q to prom? I don't know, maybe because you're 4 and she's 18. Yeah. Well, and you're just some weird, smarmy toddler that nobody wants to hang out with because, God, this guy's got like the mind of a 30-year-old.
No, I feel like it would be a little weird for like your first, I don't know, 14 years or so. It would be you establishing yourself as the genius child who has the mind of a 30-year-old. But
I have a distinct memory when I was 12 years old, right? I was not the most popular kid in school, but like the 5 most popular guys, these are guys, they were skipping and singing some jingle that was on TV all the time, like an advertisement song. And they skipped and they blasted open the doors and they continued skipping in the building. The me of 12 was like, I wish I was in that clique. The me of now has no desire to talk to those people. You're singing TV commercials? Fuck you. You were so uninteresting to me. That's
maybe you want to be cool.
Maybe 12-year-old you can hook it up with like a 15, 16-year-old chick. There's nothing wrong with that.
I think Murka nails it. Amongst the people that I would be interested in, that like curiously old soul 16-year-old, she would nothing to do with 13-year-old.
I mean, I think you're not giving yourself credit for how manipulative you could be when you want to get laid.
Dude, I hit puberty at 16, and 12-year-old me had nothing to offer.
Oh, well... Well, shit, I hit puberty at like 12 or 13 or something like that. 12 or 13-year-old people wanted some titties.
I was one of the... I wanted titties. I just had no ability to score. I was one of the biggest kids in 4th grade and one of the smallest kids in 6th grade. Fuck me.
So what would you... Kyle, you're going with relive your life. I'm going to say relive your life, even though I would be worried, like... Because part of how my understanding of it is that you wouldn't get to pop out of the womb and be like, hey, y'all... let me tell you all the things I know. Like, I thought you'd have to suffer through being like only having the speech capabilities of a 5-year-old.
Nope.
But
I think you
knowing
still
all that
regain
shit.
your motor skills,
I
right?
think
I think in your first year, you're probably learning to walk, learning to do all these things. You might be a quick learner. Maybe you walk at 6 months, faster than most kids. But
no, I imagine that it's everything that's contained in here is transplanted into baby me, and I pop out like Who's Talking? That old John Travolta movie? What the fuck's going on here? Ew! God, Mom, that was rough, huh? You weren't exaggerating when I was growing up. Jesus. You told me that story 15 times, but when I really think, oh, God, and everybody's just like, holy shit, demon,
I want you to
baby!
be fully cognizant and scared and horrified while in the womb. Right? Like the moment of conception, you have 9 years of sensory deprivation. It'd be terrible.
When I was being born, the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck, so I was sort of stillborn. I was born and I wasn't breathing. My heart was beating, I suppose, but I wasn't breathing and I was all blue. So I'd be like in the womb, like, I know it's coming. Or maybe I'd just unwrap the fucking thing.
Yeah,
like,
right? You just handle that shit yourself. Tighten there to
channel
move
my
around.
way out. I don't know how that would work, but I would definitely want to start over for
feel
all
like
of
you
the
were
obvious
drowning
reasons.
for 9 months. That'd be horrible.
You can breathe. You can breathe liquid when you're.
I feel like you're drowning.
Who would want to be cognizant in the womb?
It's just
knowing everything you know in your head. It's just blackness. You go crazy. It'd be like being in a coma.
You'd be listening.
You could be listening.
To your dad fucking your mom. Yeah, that'd be good for your. There's a reason that your memories don't develop that early. There's a lot of shit.
It doesn't bother you. Trust me.
Woody, your mother could be listening right now.
I'm sure she is. Mom, I heard you.
That would be great.
But, Woody, are you going with the $1 million or the?
I don't know, man. So you get $1 million every year from birth. I would be such a cunt growing up with that. My whole sentence.
I ended on that note. I love the wordplay.
That was the best shit I've ever heard.